Hey guys, Tony here. I'm sticking with my preseason pick, the Nationals, to win the World Series until the very end. There are only two teams that can win the World Series out there. I've said it before, but the Nationals are going to go ahead and sweep the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Dave Martinez. Dave Martinez signals the upcoming narrative surrounding the Donald Trump White House and the Russian investigation. I already told you guys before how Robert Mueller signalizes the coming blue wave, the rigging of the geopolitical spectrum. But Dave Martinez's last Major League Baseball appearance came on Fox News' birthday, October the 7th. October the 7th is also the birthday of Vladimir Putin. His last baseball appearance was with the Atlanta Braves, currently first in the division, and the last team to suffer a notable postseason collapse was the Atlanta Braves. The 11th season of the Braves. This is the 11th season of Nationals Park. In that year, with 35 games left, they had an 8.5 game lead in the wild card. It was the St. Louis Cardinals that came back and took their place. This was only the 25th worst collapse in sports history. So 8.5 games up with 27 games left, they collapsed. And it makes sense because chaos equals 46 in gematria. Donald Trump born in the year 46. There's a riddle going on. Dave Martinez is 53 years of age. He will turn 54 years old this season, but he's 53 years old right now, and a comeback needs to begin right now. After all, there is a total of 53 games from tomorrow's game between the Nationals and the Braves to the start of the World Series. 53 days. The significance of that is revealed in Dave Martinez's birthday. And in gematria, the practice of coding letters and words into numbers, there's a riddle going on involving Washington and Chicago. Comeback in gematria equals 53. How fitting. 53 days before the start of the World Series, Nationals begin the home stretch. The Brewers, the Cardinals, and then the Chicago Cubs afterwards. Those are the teams they have to beat to remain in the hunt. They also play the Colorado Rockies. They have a makeup game with the Cincinnati Reds, one of the worst teams in baseball. And they have another makeup game in the division. All this is very significant. Tomorrow's date numerology, the date numerology of the game involving Tanner Roark is significant. Tanner Roark is number 57. 57 is the championship number in numerology. It is August the 31st of the year 18 that has a date numerology of 57. You know, their season truly begins tomorrow. For some reason, they can't sweep the Philadelphia Phillies, but there was a reason for that as well. Because if you look at the score yesterday, the Nationals lost by a score of 6-8. 6-8 is also significant. The Nationals' next win, look at here, is going to be their 68th victory. All this is no coincidence. It's all by design. It's the rigging and the scripting of Major League Baseball by the numbers. I'm the guy that called the World Series matchup last year. Championship equals 131. 57 equals 131. That is the championship number because World Series equals 57. Notice how Nationals postseason 68, the 68th victory, championship 68, losing 6-8 to the Philadelphia Phillies in their last game. All this is scripting by the numbers. 67 wins and losses. This is who they need to come through is Bryce Harper. You know, Bryce Almighty equals 67 in gematria, 67 wins. Bryce Almighty equals 148. 68 wins and 67 losses equals 148 in gematria. In gematria, it is Donald J. Trump that equals 148 and 49 as well. No coincidence. Donald Trump was seen as the favorite. The media was like, Hillary's winning the election, all this, and no one believed that we'd see Donald Trump in the White House, and it symbolizes the coming chaos. Chaos earlier, the Braves, 46th season that was. And then we have Donald J. Trump. Bryce Almighty, 67, 68, and 67. Truly, we can see a comeback. I'm predicting the 49th National League team to win the World Series this year. I'm still going with Washington. All of this can be explained by the numbers through the Kabbalah code. We see late season collapses in baseball. We see dominating teams win in the MLB. Donald J. Trump, revelation. Washington in gematria equals 49. The miracle in gematria equals 49. Obama's 57 years old. It is World Series equals 57. I think it connects to the nation's capital. President Obama, miracle of the Nats win it all equals 61 in gematria. The hope and change president. That's what Washington needs right now, and this is why the riddle truly involves only two teams. The Yankees, no shot of winning. The Red Sox win the American League, but they lose the World Series. This is the 115th Congress, the end of the 115th Congress. The Nats win the World Series. President Donald John Trump, right? 115 in gematria. 68 wins, 67 losses. Donald Trump. The Nationals, 138 in gematria. So already early on in the Milwaukee series, we can go see something happen. Nationals wild card run, underdog, Trump, 88, Moscow, Vladimir, 88, Dave Martinez, the manager, once again, his last appearance on October the 7th. All of this is signaling a riddle that just may very well happen. Because Boston equals 85, Red Sox equals 85, the Nationals win it all, Nationals postseason run equals 85. All of this is not by design here. It's 7 that equals 65. I'm predicting St. Louis to lose to Pittsburgh tonight on August the 30th. That would keep the gap at 7 points. The next two series against the top two teams in the wild card. Truly, there's a script and a narrative playing out. Daniel Murphy being traded away. Philadelphia is who they last played. Hope and change. 65. Bryce Harper, 65 in gematria. 65 teams to win the World Series in the American League. President Donald Trump, miracle of Washington, trickle-down economics, the narrative for, everyone thinks the economy is doing great and all, but it's really a bubble economy, and the crash is going to surprise some people next year, and this is the kind of riddle that I see happening for the Washington Nationals in the end of this year. So going on to the date calculators. It is 78 days from the start of the season to Donald Trump's birthday. And it is 78 days from Donald Trump's birthday to August the 31st. 78 is the number of the coming economic crash next year. The economic crash equals 78. This may be even more deadly than the 2008 collapse, since we still haven't even recovered yet. We have lost aggregate demand in our economy. But here's why I think St. Louis is going to collapse. Cards collapse. The Cards came back. 8.5 down to Atlanta. Vladimir Putin's birthday and all of this with manager Dave Martinez. Remember, it is Dave Martinez that equals 57 in gematria. Cinderella. Cards collapse equals 47. 128. Now, here's the significance of champion equaling 79 and 43. November the 1st, it was Dave Martinez that said, I'm here to win the World Series. I'm here to win the World Series. I'm here to win it all. November the 2nd, introduced as the manager, Game 7. November the 1st, the day after, right? 2-1-1. is 211. The Trump economy, I think, trickle down is a scam. No, wait. Trickle down economics is a scam. I have the references, but 2-11 I think is going to signal the coming crash in the script and the narrative of this baseball season. There's just a lot going on. I can't count out these Nationals just yet. I don't hear the fat lady singing all the way from Capitol Hill or from anywhere in the D.C. suburbs or in Virginia. I don't hear it happening just yet because the amount of time from November the 2nd, the day Dave Martinez was introduced as the Washington Nationals manager, if I can find the date. Okay, so this stock market crash narrative here, I can exit this out. So we have to go back to November the 2nd of 2017, and we have to go back, go forward to today's date. When we click enter, there's going to be a symbolic significant event to take note of, because it is 43 weeks from November the 2nd to August the 31st. Champion equals 43. We can definitely see a run begin. It's 79 days when you include the end day from Donald Trump's birthday to August the 31st. I exited out that tab, but that's what that symbolizes here. Milwaukee Brewers, Synagogue of Satan equal 190. Synagogue of Satan also equals 64. This is going to signal what's going to happen in the first game. Tanner Roark is the pitcher, number 57. He's going to have a, let's see here. Let me go back here to my mouse tab is being a little funny here, but let me go back to, it's funny here. Chase Anderson, number 57 in all, 9-8 champions in gematria equals 98. Here's the significance of champions when Chase Anderson goes out on the mound. I think Steven Strasburg equals 98. So first, let me start off with Masonry. It's Freemasons founded the federal government, Washington, D.C. That equals 137, the 33rd prime. Brewers equals 36. The Washington Nationals have 33 home wins. Their 36th home win can come against the Brewers. So that is where we see the sweep coming into play here. So in the date calculator, it is 1 year and 28 days when you include the end day from Dave Martinez's birthday to the start of the World Series. That is 56 weeks. It is Washington, D.C. that equals 56. U.S. government equals 56 in gematria. When you include the end day, it's 1 year and 28 days. Once again, pointing to the strong possibility that we are going to see the cards collapse. Cards collapse equals 128. This is reminding me of the year 2011. 20 plus 11 is 31. It is Houston that equals 31, the defending World Series champion. This narrative can very well play out. Late season, the Nationals' late season run, President Donald Trump equals 95 in gematria. It's just all a big scripted riddle that's going on. Tanner Roark can pick up his 64th win against the Milwaukee Brewers, right? Milwaukee Brewers and the Synagogue of Satan having the same simple gematria in the 64 here. It heavily connects to Tanner Roark's 64th victory in his career in Major League Baseball against the Milwaukee Brewers. It's Roark that equals 63. He's number 57 for a reason. Tanner equals 72, President Trump equals 72. Something's going on here, a truth seeker. Now, it is if the starting pitcher for tomorrow, right? Tanner Roark, if he wins, he'd have 9 wins and 13 losses. That is a lot like 139. 13 losses and 9 wins. Freemasonry equals 139 in gematria. Washington, D.C., it is Nationals that equals 33 in gematria. Nationals equals 33. But to me, the riddle is going to play out completely. Now look at this. Here's comeback. Comeback equals 53, 5 months and 3 days from the start of the season to Friday. 22 weeks, a lot like Boston. Very significant to take note of this. A lot is starting to add up here. And this manager, Dave Martinez, played for the Cubs and all. He played his last game on Putin's birthday. You know what birthday was that of Vladimir Putin? His last appearance was in 2001. So, Putin here, what birthday was that? It was the 46th birthday of Vladimir Putin. It was the 46th birthday of Vladimir Putin in 2001. Oh, wait a second. That is 1952. So his birthday in 2001 was his 59th birthday. Now, if that was his 59th birthday and it is stock market crash, that equals 59, and you think about it, stock market crash, and Donald John Trump, and we have, just the Nationals, won the World Series in the past tense. What is going on here for the riddle? Is this really the narrative? Too much to simply ignore and brush to the side. I will stick with my preseason pick until the very end. If the Nationals don't make it, then I'm ready to go with the Team 2 here. There are only 2 teams that can win the World Series, and I'm sticking with this pick here for the Washington Nationals to win the upcoming rigged and scripted World Series by the numbers.